Hello and welcome to the Garage. I am Matthew Miller-Wells, Director of Education, and today we're going to be highlighting one of the vehicles that's in our first show, Horses to Horsepower. Standing next to me is a 1929 Duesnberg Model J bodied by Wayman. Duesnberg was one of the finest automobile makers to exist prior to the Second World War in the United States. Their attention to detail, power under the hood, and their reliability ensured that the finest members of society could get their hands on such a vehicle: aristocracy, Hollywood, so on and so forth. Now, this particular Duesnberg has a very unique story behind it, as it features a fabric body. Fabric bodies were popular in a time before paved roads. The bodies would flex with the frames as they followed the ruts in the road, whereas metal bodies would sometimes buckle and fall apart under the stress. In 1929, Duesnberg presented Wayman with a challenge: to build 4 fabric bodies for their vehicles that would be going to the auto salons or auto shows around the United States: New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, etc. They specified that it had to be a low hood profile and a closed body car. And thus, this is one of the 4 vehicles that was made. Featuring a really unique color choice, it really stood out and made a splash in those auto salons. Now, unfortunately, this is the only fabric body Duesnberg left. Reason being that when these were made, they were covered with a material called Zap-On. Now, Zap-On is a fabric coated with a lacquer paint, which looks fantastic, but is unfortunately very flammable. Originally, the hoods were covered on these vehicles, and what would happen is, as engines would overheat and backfire, the hoods would combust and thus burn down the rest of the vehicle. One previous owner smartly removed the Zap-On and completely restored the car with a non-flammable vinyl. So the Duesnberg still maintains its original look while not sacrificing what it once was. Thank you for joining me today. Once again, I am Matthew Miller-Wells, Director of Education at the Garage. Please stay tuned for more vehicle highlights and interviews of members in our community.